Right, so we're off on a 2-night wild camp. We're going to check out the riverbank camps, and that's all the contents of my food bag and my pans, and so yeah, getting ready to go. Just got my Gore-Tex to put on, and Tim's here somewhere. He's got his bag of stuff down here. There. Aye. So this is my old rucksack where the backboard split. So I've actually, instead of stitching it all the time and paying to get someone to stitch it for me, this time I've actually took wire and I've wired it in with a new pole on the backboard, and I'll show you that when I get to camp. And I got my welly boots on because it's just always so wet down there. Alright. I've still got to adjust all the straps for it to fit me again. It's so difficult. It's actually grand. And that's me ready to go.
Massive amounts of gear.
Love it. Yeah, I'm always under the belief that I never really care about weight. If I want it out there, I'm gonna carry it out there. And if I can't carry it, then I won't take it. So the conkers are ready. They're horse chestnuts again, Tim, eh? Conkers. They are the horse chestnuts. I remember saying in another video. So Tim's just collecting some. And we're gonna have a good old fashioned game of conkers. That's a good one, Tim.
That's a nice one, that.
That is a nice one. Some good ones around here, like. I've been using this bag for a long time because the backboard broke. All these came off here. So I've actually wired them in now. And you can see there, and all the way up the back. I just put wire ties in there. And I've walked all the way down here so far with it proper maxed out in weight. And I put all the water in there just to test the weight, and it's held, so I'm happy. You can see all the leaves starting to die off now, changing colour. Bag's still holding up. I've heard no creaks, no cracks, no straps breaking or nothing. And we're almost halfway to camp. So we're making good time, and my bag's actually doing what it's meant to do for a change.
Oh, I nearly fell in there.
That's the sun going down behind the brow. I think we'll be walking in the dark before long. Starting to pick up in parts too, as in gusty. Expecting a lot of rain tomorrow too, which is pretty much normal for us. So yeah, it's all good. That's us in the first woodland now. Not far. Pheasant run into the woods. It's 2 deer. And here we are, our riverbank camp. The bag held up absolutely brilliant. The wiring I did to it, not even a creak or nothing like it did before. So yeah, chuffed a bit, that's going to hold. Food bag made it all in one piece too. Tim packed himself out with water and I did the same. We do it every now and then, you know, we can get our water from the river easy enough, but periodically we'll pack our bags out with water just for to keep us.
If it's been heavy rain, you never know what's been.
That's it. Even then, I do it more just to keep the fitness levels up.
Extra kilos.
Yeah. I've never been fussed about too much weight, me.
I've seen you bring 8 litres of water.
Oh, I've brought 10 litres of water to camp before, just because I could.
Extra 10 kilos.
Aye, man. Damn it. That's how I get these sexy abs going. So we've just sat and had a big discussion about this camp, and we noticed the other day that Mac Tightwad did a revamp on his little spot, so rolling away. So we're gonna have a little revamp here, shift the fire pit, new walls, proper winterize this bad boy over the next couple of nights. Tim's just ripping down the back end so violently right now. Destroy my camp that survived 2 years.
Got lots of pent up aggression today, John.
Don't tell me, trolls. Everybody's got the same problem on YouTube.
partly.
It's getting dark now, as you see. I have the base of my fire reflector built on this side. It's going to be awesome. Tim's just starting to put up his hammock. I'm just going to carry on working and then swap over and do mine, and then he'll do some of this. So there we've changed sides. The fire pit is now on the side so that when the wind does blow it doesn't blow it into our faces. Nice tight back wall. I've still got some padding to put on the back of that. Got to here, and our seating area is still a bit of a shambles. The new firewall's up. We're on the side. Stop for 5 minutes, I'm having a boost. Split some amazing logs. You see it on Tim's video. With my axe and a stone. Poor axe.
It stood up to it well enough.
Tax it, it's got no choice. Got some nice ribeye steaks on, some macaroni cheese cooking away. Living the dream. That's my steak and macaroni cheese. Right next to my fire. Tim's enjoying his.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Right, so Tim despises Turkish Delight as much as I despise Marmite.
And I like Marmite just as...
So yeah, I've encouraged him to take a corner just to see if his tastes. Go on, Tim, do it.
They're not gonna have changed.
Is it still alright? I think it's gorgeous.
I'm pretty welcome to them.
We're chilling by the fire in pretty much a new camp. Awesome little spot, made it a lot smaller, tighter, still a lot of work to do to it tomorrow. But yeah, the winds are picking up and the rain will be coming in shortly. So we're just going to rush to get a sort of camp before we go to bed. That is me holding my hammock now. Underquilt on the go too. You can hear the winds picking up. I'm gonna get me some sleep, and we'll see you all in the morning. Well, good morning, people. As you can hear, it's windy and raining. Beautiful morning to wake up to. Snug in my hammock. Still a bit tired from all the work this week, but good. I'm gonna get up and have a look at the camp shortly. Just restarted the fire. It just smouldering away under that big log, so I just tipped it on its side and put all the other little bits on top of it. So we're going to have breakfast and coffee here, and then we're going to pack up and move up to our moss camp because it's more protected from the wind and rain. So yeah, we'll keep you posted up there. We've built up the fire a lot now since bacon. Pulled out the bench and we're actually sitting on the floor behind these big walls here, see that Tim's next to. Just because it's given us a bit of a windbreak and we can actually feel the heat of the fire now without the wind.
Circulating around us, which is nice.
I've got Mac Tightwads Gore-Tex on. This stuff is a lifesaver. Moved the stones from the fire now just to drive some more heat our way, and it's really working. Sitting here in like my full Gore-Tex. It's spitting slightly, but the walls are protecting us from the wind and rain. Tim's found himself a nice little patch in the corner.
It's nice here.
As Big John would say, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. I know, but Tim was just saying to us that yeah, we were having a problem last night with batteries and phones dying because it was so cold. So where did you sleep with your phone, Tim?
In my pants.
Tim slept with his phone in his pants.
Yeah, it's a good warm place for it.
So we've now got a tarp up, and we've made this little area into like a proper hot area. The old Gore-Tex are off, stripped down to t-shirts. One extreme to the other. If it's not freezing cold, it's too hot. It's grand though. It's nice to be warm.
Yeah.
Well, for the last maybe, well, pretty much the full day, we've missed lunch. We've been dragging stuff down from the moss camp, just spare bits that I had, and yeah, I've revamped the entire camp we have through the day, and new bench, new fire pit. Last night we did that. New back wall on the fire reflector, new side walls, a lot tighter. We have moss involved now. I may have borrowed a little bit of moss from the moss camp, but it's not going to be missed. Yeah, I'll show you that in the morning when we get up, when it's maybe a little bit clearer. We've had pretty much stormy all day, rainy, so I've not really recorded much because my hands and everything's been soaking in my Gore-Tex and everything, so you can hear the wind now and the rain too. So I'm going to cook some burgers. Now we've opened a bag of jelly beans, sorry. So we're vigorously munching on jelly beans. Fire all stocked up. Some nice beef burgers for my late lunch. Look at that for a wall. It just looks awesome. For the last hour and a half, Tim and me have been just putting moss on this, like between the logs, and making sure it's all draft proof.
It's very drafty.
It's very draft proof, like the smoke's not even coming near us now. And then we've got like a moss wall behind us too. All the way into the corner. Yeah, you can see streaky bacon. So we have about an inch of streaky bacon on top of turkey breasts, and I'm going to wrap that in tin foil and cook it. Then we've got basically a massive huge square pig's in blanket. There's pork and sage stuffing and veg and potatoes, and then I've got some Aunt Bess's giant Yorkshire puddings, and I've got some nice gravy somewhere too there. So yeah, I'm going to get this bad boy started on this. That's the turkey and the stuffing, the 2 trays in there now, underneath a big log, a wall of fire. The heat in this shelter is immense now, all the cracks have been filled in, and the fact the wind's died down anyway for now, and it's actually stopped raining too.
Yay!
So I've turned the heat right down on the turkey and the stuffing for now. Took all the logs off, put them to the side. It's just a bit of hot ash on the bottom now, and a little few rocks on the side. So yeah, I'm going to cook that slow for a bit. I put a hole in the tin foil of the turkey so that steam can get out. And we're going to have a look at some mushrooms that I saw before. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm so close to being cooked now. See my turkey's under there. Caught a little bit of heat in the corner, but it's all good. Bacon protected it. Stuffing's in there. Veg is on the go. Just cooking the giant Yorkshire puddings on the side here. Let's see how this stuff. Veg is about to come off and the gravy's about to go on. Tim's cutting up the turkey. And stuffing in there too. That's our roast dinner. Got giant Yorkshire puddings here. I had to rip them up because they were cooked after everything else was plated up, so we've got the stuffing loaf with bacon, and we've got bacon and turkey and veg and bacon.
More bacon.
Lots and lots of bacon.
Anybody want some bacon?
Right. I have the vanilla slices for dessert, and Tim has vanilla slices too. Got a big log on the fire. It fell on, so we thought we'd leave it. So this is in camp, all nice, calm and relaxed, and out of camp, very, very strong winds. Those moss walls work brilliantly. The winds are rapid now. But I'm all protected in camp, behind my epic moss walls. There's a slight wind coming in like just over there. I'll have to keep on checking. Tarps don't blow away. Put a rock on that corner to keep the tarp down. That wind's diabolical. So we're just sitting having a good discussion and watching the wind, and we're just saying that if a tree fell on us and caught our legs, then Tim would never be allowed to cut my legs off because, yeah, but
It would be too horrific.
it would be too horrific to survive. So yeah, we've been discussing that. And then we discussed that if Tim got trapped by a tree, I probably would cut his legs off. Just to see what it's like. I wouldn't really. That wind is epic. So that's me pretty much all tucked up in my hammock, and we'll see y'all in the morning. We didn't move to the moss camp in the end just because we decided to do more work here and bear the brunt of the weather, which was fine because we got a lot done and camp's looking epic. We'll show you all in the morning how we've changed it and what we've done. Yeah, we'll catch y'all in a bit. And that's the calm after the storm. Look at that moss wall at the bottom of my hammock. Yeah, so I've been up for my morning pee and the river's flooded. It's pretty much at the bottom of the bank now, so all the lower island's gone. Everything's fine. The fire's still lit, so that's like 48 hours that fire's been lit now, and it's not went out once. Ugh. So yeah, I'm happy. Still a little bit blustery now, but nothing like it was last night. So normally when I'm setting up my hammock and tarp, well, this is what happens when I set up my hammock and tarp. This ridge line here of my hammock for this is meant to be level with the ridge line of my tarp, and as you can see, it's clearly off a long way, and that's because the wind's warped my tarp and it's pushed it around the trees on each side so that it doesn't match up. Just shows how strong the wind was last night. The ridge line's off. I can't believe how far it's off. It's never been that bad before. There's a pure curl in it, look. Oh, the old DD. .5 held up well in that storm. So this is the path. It normally takes you down to the side of the river, and it's all just swamped. It's the back wall of the camp. My tarp and hammock, Tim's at the other side. So I want to make some coffee. So I need to get a water with current. So I'm away over here. My wellies. So I've got my river water on there. Just gonna let it boil up proper and get some coffee on. So there's our seat. There's the moss filled walls. The fire and fire reflector. And then pretty much the side there, still got to fill that with moss. And then the side, just got that bit to finish there too. My rucksack all packed up, sleeping bag on the front. My moss wall that I built yesterday. Done last night. Still got a bit to finish there, but it's a proper windbreaker for that. The back of this camp. It's a lot smaller, as you can see. Oh, and just in case anyone ever wonders what these are are when I think you watch back maybe 100 videos. See the place got vandalised and some trees got cut down by kids and Nazi symbols were carved into my bench, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, that's the damage it left. The tree's not died off though, which is good. Hopefully it's not too much to let it heal itself. That's us heading home now. Oh, I dropped you there. Got my bag and everything on my back. Tim's behind us. You fell over? Wow.